Hey everybody, Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, back with another deck tech video. And when the PlayStation Secret Lairs came out, I was really excited for all of them, and I did deck techs for all but one. And that is because, for the life of me, I just could not figure out the uniqueness of one of them. We're going to show you right now. It's Abby, the Merciless Soldier, and Ellie, Vengeful Hunter. Just, they seemed like an odd way to construct a deck, but I'm gonna give it my best attempt here now to see what I'm able to pull off here. This is going to be a bit more budgety. It's at $289.39. Not the worst thing in the world. Of course, you can always cheap down some stuff if you so choose. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. So Abby, Merciless Soldier, is a 4/4 for one generic, a red, and a green. And when you cast a spell, create a number of 1/1 black fungus zombie creature tokens named Cordyceps Infected, equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. And then Abby enters under the control of an opponent of your choice. And then she has partner with survivors, and so you can partner her here with Ellie, Vengeful Hunter. You pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature. She deals 2 damage to target player and gains indestructible until end of turn. They're so odd and weirdly, like, underpowered, it feels like. If you find a way to superpower these, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, I'm giving it the best crack at it I can. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away Abby. We're going to get our tokens for her. And then we're going to goad her to make her attack, right? And attack anyone but us, because we do not want to be beaten in by a hammer. I have not played either Last of Us game. I've seen the first one be played. The second one, I assume, is pretty good too. But you know, she looks like she could beat the bejesus out of me. So you know, I don't want to be the guy on the receiving end of the hammer there. We'll let the Cordyceps and my opponents in Magic get it. And then Ellie is a fine sack outlet, right? You know, sacrifice another creature, deal 2 damage to a target player, and she gains indestructible. That's pretty neat. So what we're going to do is try to generate tokens, have our Abby attack, hopefully die so we can recast her, while Ellie there is being an aristocrat commander. So I got 22 creatures in this deck. It's all, this is a strange theme. We're mashing some stuff together here. This is Weston not really knowing which route I want to go, so we're gonna go every route. So we have ourselves an Accursed Marauder. He sacks himself, and everybody gets to sack a creature, right? They might go ahead and sacrifice your Abby. We have Alexios, Demos of Cosmos. Also, the sword looks really stubby on this art. He's a 4/4 for 4. Trample, Alexios Demos of Cosmos, attacks each combatant Fable, can't be sacrificed, and can't attack its owner. It's very important. And at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player gains control of Alexios, untaps it, puts a 1/1 counter on it, and it gains haste until end of turn. So he's going to go around the table and smack people. Because if we're going to give away our Abby to start smacking people with Goad, we may as well throw Alexios into the mix too, and let them just beat the brakes off of our opponents. Then we have Chatterfang. Chatterfang is if 1 or more tokens would be created under your control. Those tokens, plus that many green squirrel tokens, are created instead, which is great because we're going to be creating a bunch of our little Cordyceps guys, right? We get to create some Cordyceps, which is really neat. Like Ellie Bricklayer here, right? Distract the Horde. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, that attacking player creates a tapped fungus zombie creature token. We're just going to be creating so many strange things. We're creating chaos is what we're doing. Think of this as like an aggro chaos deck. We're going to be getting some tokens. The opponents are going to be given some tokens. Think of like a zombie squirrel apocalypse. And we've got Endrick Sar in here, Master Breeder. And whenever you cast a spell, create X 1/1 black thrall creature tokens, where X is the mana value. And whenever you control 7 or more thralls, you know, they go ahead and they kill him. They just kill him dead. So what you do is you play him, you get to like 6, you sack him out with your Ellie to deal 2 damage to target player. Or some of your other sack outlets, right? So he doesn't explode himself into a million pieces. We have Ghoul Caller Gisa, which is sacrifice another creature, create X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. We have Hans Slayer Zealot, which I know is from, I think it's Daryl, from the Secret Lair drop for, yeah. Well, you know what? Let's check. Oh, yes, I was right. It is Daryl. Is the guy with crossbow. But anywho, at the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent creates 3 Walker tokens, which are 2/2 black zombie creatures. And then you can tap him, and he deals 2 damage to target creature. And whenever a zombie an opponent controls dies, draw a card. See, we're gifting things. Black fungus zombie creature, right? You know, we give them these zombies, and then they're all gonna do silly things. We have a Noble Hierarch. We have Joel, which is whenever a creature token dies, put a 1/1 counter on Joel and draw a card. It triggers only once each turn. Man, how is it that we get all of these that only trigger once each turn, but Nadu made it through on design? Then we have Kaimo, the Fractured Claim. He's 3/3 for 2 and 2 generic, and then Boros, or not Boros, holy cow, Gruul. At the beginning of your end step, goad each creature your opponent controls that's enchanted by an aura you control. Put a 1/1 counter on Kaima, the Fractured Calm, for each creature goaded this way. We have Corvold. When he enters or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. That's pretty easy. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a 1/1 counter on him and draw a card. Again, pretty easy. We have Mazarek Crawl Death Priest. So he has flying, and whenever a player sacrifices another permanent, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. We have Marin, so whenever another creature you control dies, you get an experience counter at the beginning of your end step. Choose target creature card in your graveyard. If that card's mana value is less than or equal to the number of experience counters, you get to return it to the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Ophiomancer gets a snake, sack the snake. Rendmaw. This guy's really fun. I had only ever encountered him in one game, and I really enjoyed him. I need to pick up a copy. He has Menace and Reach, and when he enters, and whenever you play a card with 2 or more card types, each player creates a tapped 2/2 Blackbird token. Now, I know we don't have the most value, right? Because we have Solemn Simulacrum. He's an artifact creature. We don't have too many cards that have multiple types. That is a failing that I have in here, so I should probably take him out. See? You learn after you build, right? Like, I was so excited to throw Renmaw into a deck that I forgot I had next to no synergy for him. But consider him a proof of concept card. You could throw in some artifact creatures that generate tokens, right? Put in a Myr Battle Sphere, and you can put in some of the other artifact creatures and do silly things that way. We got Scoot Swarm, makes 1,000,000 bugs. We got Safar Balam Rival. Don't know which Final Fantasy is from. He's a 4/3 for 2 and Rakdos first strike. And whenever you attack a player, goad target creature that player controls. And whenever a creature attacks one of your opponents, whenever a creature attacking one of your opponents becomes blocked by 2 or more creatures, that attacking creature gains Death Touch until end of turn, which is pretty sweet. We got Solemn. We got Squee. You can play him from the graveyard or exile. We got Tender Shoot Dryad. We have the Myco Tyrant. His power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control that are fungi or sapperlings. And it, I bet he's a real fun guy. Oh, that's going to earn me 100 unsubscribes. But I'm a dad. I can do dad jokes, right? At the beginning of your end step, create X/1/1 black fungus creature tokens. This creature can't block, where it's the number of times you descended. Descending each time a permanent card is put into your graveyard from anywhere. White of the Reliquary is also in here. So, we have Blasphemous Act for some removal. We have some ramp and Cult Fate, Nature's Lore, 3 visits, Kodamas Reach, right? We do have this one. I love this card. Destroy X target artifacts. It's Pest Infestation. Destroy up to X target artifacts and or enchantments. Create twice X 1/1 black pest creature tokens. With when this token dies, you gain 1 life. Disrupt Decorum, which is goad all creatures you don't control. Feed the Swarm. We have Tempt with Vengeance in here, and we have Victimize. For instance, We have Abrupt Decay, Arachnogenesis, so Spider Fog, Artifact, Mutation, destroy an artifact, can't be regenerated, create a bunch of Sapperlings where X is that mana value, Assassin's Trophy, Beast Within, Bedevil. We have Brand, so we can gain control of our own Abby, sacrifice her, and then do all that fun stuff. Chaos Warp, Deadly Dispute, Harrow, Saw in Half, Terminate, Village Rites. For artifacts, we are running Basilisk Collar, Bloodthirsty Blade, Skull Clamp, and Swiftfoot Boots. You know what we're going to do with the Red Maw since he doesn't really work? We're going to remove him, and we're going to type in Isokran Scepter. And we're going to add that in there. So that way we can attach our brand to it, right? And use brand, regain... What? Huh. I did not even know that was a version. We're gonna switch off that version, shall we? Oh wow, that's the cheapest version. Never mind, we won't be switching off of the 80s workout video version. Basilisk Collar's in here for Death Touch Lifelink, Swiftfoot Boots, Skull Clamp for our tokens. Bloodthirsty Blade. You attach it to a creature an opponent controls, and it is goaded, which is awesome. It's goaded. Enchantments. So here's our goading things. We have Acquired Mutation, +2/+2, and is goaded, and when an enchanted creature attacks, defending player gets 2 rad counters. Oh my. Ghoulish Impetus, +1/+1, and is goaded, and when the enchanted creature dies, return Ghoulish Impetus to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. We have Shiny Impetus, which is it gets +2/+2 and goaded, and whenever the creature attacks you, you create a treasure token. Sound of Drums, enchanted creatures goaded, and if enchanted creature would deal combat damage to a opponent or player, it deals double instead. Predatory Impetus, +3/+3, and must be blocked if able, and is goaded, right? Then we have other cards in here like Death Trap Ritual, Morbid. At the beginning of each end step, if a creature died this turn, draw a card. Bastion of Remembrance, which, you know, Bastion of Remembrance is what it is. Curse of Disturbance. Whenever enchanted player is attacked, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Each opponent attacking that player does the same. We also have Black Market in here to gain lots of mana. Cultist of the Absolute. Commander creatures you own get +3/+3 and have flying. Death Touch, Ward, pay 3 life, and at the beginning of your upkeep, keep sack a creature. So since we're going to be putting our Abby into play under an opponent's turn, and you own it, so that's very important. It says own, not control. The background will make it so your Abby gets +3/+3, flying and Death Touch, and Ward 3, but they got to sacrifice a creature every turn. Then we have Grave Pact. Whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. And then we have Growing Rites of Itlimoc, which turns into Gaia's Cradle we have at home. For our lands, we are running Avendo in this deck. I love Avendo. And we also are running Susur Secundi Void Altar, which, you know, you pay 2 life, sack a creature, draw cards equal to its power, activate only as a sorcery. Avendo is also a Gaia's Cradle we have at home. Well, one thing I would recommend if you wanted to go a little bit higher budget is this is one of the few decks where I'm like, you know what, this would be fine with a Panoptic Mirror in it, right? And with a Panoptic Mirror, you could put something like your Disrupt Decorum on there and just goad every single turn, goad everything all the time. That's what you want to do. Let me know what you think of this deck in the comments down below. Like I said, this is my attempt at it. It was a hard one to build. The Ellie and Abby are these versions of them are just so weird. It just seems very tricky, right? Because if you don't have a way to like incentivize your opponent to like kill off the Abby, you're just gonna probably get beat to death with your own commander, which sounds like a profoundly unfun time. But let me know in the comments down below. Again, sorry about the Renmaw. I am human. We are all human. Sometimes we do put some silly things in there. I've never claimed to be the best deck builder in the world. That's for sure. But as always, I'm Weston with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.